And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time, we had little more than tragedy to end the video on. Now, unfortunately, life just simply goes on, and we have to try and get back to things as they normally were. I'm feeling down. I could go for something a little nostalgic. This seafood fills the gaps in my brain, but can it fill the void in my heart? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I think it's time to talk to Aigis once more, just to see what the word is. It is unfortunate, but not many students appear to be saddened by Aragaki-san's death. Apparently, human relationships are quickly forgotten, though our case is exceptional. That is... wow, that actually really cuts deep. I guess you just undid everything the seafood did for me. Man. Well, with that dour note taken care of, we've got some business to get to post-Tartarus, since we weren't able to take care of it on the day of the full moon. For some reason, we got a delivery of a bunch of mysterious dolls. You know anything about this? Hey, pretty similar reward to what we got in Portable, although considerably toned down. Only 4 homunculi, which is kind of disappointing, honestly, considering how quickly they can go in this game. They found that missing schoolgirl the other day. I tried questioning her, but her answers didn't make any sense, and yeah, okay, a lot of these dialogues just seem to be similar. We get a magic talisman here. I don't know what that does, so we'll take a look at that. Big wad of cash, and we can just take it, because, well, the police can't pocket it. Of course they would not. They'd never do that. Also, let's sell off all our excess treasure here, and we're looking pretty good for finances. As far as Persona 3 Reload goes, they'll probably have to save a good chunk of that for compendium expenditures. Speaking of, let's see, we're going to need to pick up a Hierophant and a star today, so I will take care of that in due time. But we have a variety of other things that we want to take care of before we get into that. Let's see if I can't just take care of something preemptively. I want to go into the antique store. I wonder what the essence of a persona truly is. I've studied them tirelessly, often only to end up with even more questions. I hope I won't be searching for the answers for the rest of my life. I'd like to know this lady's story. Sorry, I didn't mean to complain to you.
Yes.
So, you found a new base model? Ah, this will make for a fine piece of equipment. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Alright, let's take a look at the quality blade here, and we do want to fuse the Mikazuki Munichika here, so let's just create that. That'll be required for a quest coming up in a little bit. Ooh, very good weapon for Kotamaru here, the Elementary Mask, granting him +5 agility and the Dark Boost ability. Really good way to consolidate abilities onto Kotamaru, and honestly, that could be worth keeping on him for quite a while. Ooh, apt pupil on that. We got a bunch of good stuff here, but I don't want to blow through all those ores right away. Just want to shop around a little bit, see if there's anything else particularly interesting. Let's see, the Achilles Guard, nah. Arutara Cabellion, that's actually pretty interesting. Lots of cool stuff that you can get from the antique store. Anything else here? Got the Enhancer line of accessories, some shawls that grant the anti-abilities, and now we are technically capable of fusing the amp bracers, though obviously we're pretty lacking in the items to create them, and otherwise it's just all the stuff that's been available previously up to this point is available for us to create. Let me see here. Let's see, Freeze Medium, Soul Chain, Fatal Blade, anything else good here? I might just take those Kaiser Knuckles, honestly. Hey, you know what? What the heck? Let's go for it. Akihiko was doing pretty good with crits previously, so that'd be a good boon for him. Let me equip those so I don't forget them. Get Akihiko outfitted with his Kaiser Knuckles. May or may not be wearing those for the rest of the game. Koromaru will almost assuredly be wearing this for the rest of the game. Again, your weapon abilities is by far the most important thing, and let me see, what was the magic talisman? We just want to take a quick look at that. +50 SP, not anything I care about, so let me get my compendium purchases taken care of first. And with that addressed, it's time to scoop up some quests from Elizabeth, and obviously take her on her date before anything else. We got the Mikazuchi Munichika request, so we can just turn that in immediately. It appears we've already completed it, so we get an Endure card for our efforts. Not a bad reward at all. We've got Collect Glasses Wipe here. Glasses, an object that makes you feel infinitely more intelligent when you don them. There is even an item that helps maintain the pristine quality of the lenses. I believe it's called a glasses wipe. While such an item is not necessary for those who do not wear glasses, it is essential for those who must. I would love to get my hands on this glasses wipe. Would you bring one to me? Sure, we can do that. Do we know anyone who wears glasses, though? Over here, we've got a fairly involved side quest. For this request, I would like for you to bring me a certain headgear. More specifically, this headgear is a helm that has existed since ancient times. Since this is an item rich with history, I expect that it will provide the wearer with quality defense. I believe you may be acquainted with someone who cherishes one such item deeply, or helm deeply. Somebody with a helmet, eh? And just taking a look at all these, okay, and then finally we need to grab this one. Ever since the time we went around sampling your words' culinary delights, my interest in food has been piqued. In my quest for more delicacies, I came across information about this sushi. I learned that it is eaten during festivities and often offered to the gods at their shrines. This sushi must taste divine, especially if it is the god's favorite food. I wish to have a bite myself. Okay, and finally, we can go on the date here. My.
I've been waiting for you.
Shall we be on our way?
Gakukan High School, a place of learning. It's quite a shock that such a warm, illustrious institution transforms into Tartarus every night. You know that? Oh dear, what a conundrum. Everyone here seems to have a predetermined form of attire. I fear I may draw too much attention. I hope this won't pose a problem.
Elizabeth, I think you would stand out no matter what, so you know what? Don't worry about it.
Understood. I shall heed your advice. Now then, excuse me as I make myself less conspicuous. If I stay hidden from view this way, then there won't be a problem, correct? Now then, the school awaits. This is a pleasant surprise. To think there would be a bastion of commerce within a house of academia. Could you please wait here for a moment? There's something I've been curious about for a while. Excuse me, I would like to purchase a school lunch.
Sorry?
Well, they only sell bread here, I'm afraid.
I would have liked a taste of this school lunch, as it is a rare delicacy only served in select facilities. But I've heard that having bread for lunch is also part of the school experience. That will be a fine substitute. Now that I've checked that off the list, let us proceed. As for where I'd like to go next, shall we visit your homeroom? So this is a classroom. With so many students and desks, it's no wonder there's hardly any space between them. But perhaps... Ah, I see. It's designed this way to foster a sense of harmony between classmates. I can sense the care put into this arrangement. This observation post must be what they call a podium. Interesting. When I stand here, I do feel a longing to teach well up inside of me. First question. Between diet food and super diet food, which is more delicious?
Super diet food is superb.
That is correct. As a reward for getting the correct answer, you shall receive your own portion of super diet food.
And we get super diet food. I will probably never use this.
Is this what a classroom lecture is like? The quizzical stares are beginning to make me feel unsettled. Let us carry on with the tour. This humanoid figure, did they seal him inside the plaster to prevent him from escaping? I imagine it would be quite cramped in there. Truth be told, I do have some experience playing the piano. Are you familiar with the Velvet song? Velvet, oh velvet, my master has a long nose. All there now.
I walked around the school with Elizabeth.
Experiencing student life for myself today has broadened my perspective of your world. I'd very much appreciate it if you could accompany me again sometime. To be honest, I don't entirely understand my own motives for coming here, but as I walked closely with you, how should I express this? I felt very fulfilled. Perhaps what I really wanted to learn at school was more about you. But why? In any case, discovering the reason for this desire will surely serve as an intriguing diversion. Let us return now. Thank you once again for acting as my guide.
I returned to the Velvet Room with Elizabeth. Well, I don't expect her music career to ever take off, but she's a shoo-in for the track team. Alright, let's turn in those requests here, or rather not turn in those requests, but turn in the date request formally. It seems you have completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Thank you for showing me around Gekkoukan High School. I am slowly coming to understand why being there lifted my spirits. Gekkoukan isn't just part of your world. It's a place where you spend a great deal of your time on a daily basis, unfortunately. It is a place saturated with your presence. That's why I will set that aside for now. There's more that I need to consider. Please take this as your reward. And we get a Sorcerer's Mark. That one I do know offhand what it does. I think that one's Invigorate 2. Not anything too useful, but it's there if you want to use it. You know what? I'm just now like having that moment of doubt. Like, is it Invigorate 2 or is it Invigorate 3? So let's actually confirm. Where is this new accessory, Sorcerer's Mark? Okay, it is Invigorate 2. I should have went with my gut instinct and risked putting out misinformation into the world. Anyway. To complete the sushi request, we need to come back to the Inari Shrine here. Some visitors left Inari sushi as an offering. Come to think of it, Elizabeth said she wanted to try the sushi. I tried to put my academics to good use, thinking of a way to get my hands on some. Hey, you there! Oh, what's with the sullen look on your face? Did something bad happen? A boy your age should be happy and carefree. What you need is a good meal and some rest, and you'll feel better. Here, have some Inari sushi. And we obtained some Inari sushi. Okay, that was easy. You have to be optimistic. Your generation is Japan's future. Cheer up. I thank you for your vote of confidence, old lady. Moving on. Now, this next quest is the one that I began at the end of the last video in Persona 3 FES. We're getting into it now. In order to advance this quest line, we have to head to the faculty office. Yes, Zeller, Mr. Ono has a helmet that we could potentially use, although I don't think he'll let us just take the one off his head. And to complete this request, unfortunately, it is going to be pretty involved. But let's get through the dialogue that's right before us. Did you have a question about my lecture? Yes, what are you staring at? Is it my helm? Could that be it? Is this really happening? Boy, oh boy! That's one discerning eye you've got there, kid. Isn't this helm great? It is, isn't it? It's a historic masterpiece Masamune had since he was young. Mr. Ono keeps going on and on with his story. So Masamune gave this helm to his vassal before he departed. Such generosity. It's as if he foresaw his fate. He's emotional now, and that's why I couldn't possibly part with it. I could give you something else from my personal collection, though. One with no connections to Masamune. If you still want one. Well, you do, right? Come see me again, and I'll let you have it. I enjoyed the tales of Masamune. I have a deeper understanding of history. This is one of the only instances in the game where you get +1 points to your academics. Every time we participate in this request line, we get +1 academics. And indeed, it's going to take more than just one conversation to get through this quest line, so better start it early, because it'll take a while to get through this. If I come back to speak with Mr. Ono at the faculty office another day, I might get my very own helm. So, we just have to keep revisiting the faculty office, and hopefully Mr. Ono will be there to give us the helmet. Of course, since I've already played the game, I know that it's not going to be that simple. You know, it's bugging me that... Oh, I probably got quests to turn in, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit to turn in any more requests to Elizabeth. We've already done enough of that, and we still have some that we need to collect the items for, so she can wait on the sushi. I think she'll be fine. We're going to be hanging out with Bunkichi and Mitsuko today. Let's see how Bunkichi is doing after we rescued him from Tartarus.
We were just talking about you. We've been feeling a bit guilty for troubling you about the persimmon tree.
Aw, come on. Don't worry about it at all.
Oh, good one. I wouldn't worry about it. Glad you can joke around even at a time like this. Makes me feel like we're not so different, you and I. Lord knows I can't pass up a good pun. That persimmon tree is a reminder of our son. Actually, before his death, he was a teacher at GeckoCon. He planted that tree on graduation day with the students of his very first class.
Just when we thought that tree was about to bear fruit. Why now? Why do they want to cut it down now?
Come on, turn that frown upside down. I'll admit I'm a little light on good suggestions here.
Thank you. I'm all right now. That made me feel a lot better. It's very comforting talking to you.
Oh, wow! You've really gone and captured my wife's heart. You must be popular with the ladies. My wife's no sucker after all. I feel I'm looking at myself when I was in my prime.
The elderly couple seems to have grown fond of me. I feel like we're growing closer. I feel kind of bad we've left them hanging for several months in this version of the game. Regardless, we've made it to rank 5, the Hierophant social link.
Don't fret too much about the tree. Just stop by when you have the chance. Oh, and take this. It's left over from earlier, but it's still good.
Bunkichi stuffed a crab bread into my pocket. And there we go. That can go right next to the super diet food, I guess.
Well then, you take care of yourself.
I parted with the elderly couple and went back to the dorm. Do you think the protagonist, makes squishing sounds whenever he walks due to all the food that he's got in his pockets right now?
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Elizabeth said that a previously blocked path is now open. I should go check it out next time I go to Tartarus. Not gonna be anytime soon, though, because I don't...
You look half dead. What are you doing out here?
When Mom died, protecting me, no one believed the truth. To this day, they say she died in an accident that didn't even happen. That's why I wanted to clear the record. I thought that's what she would have wanted. Maybe then she'd finally be at peace. They said he died in some violent crime, right? No one knows the truth. Just like with Mom. And now, I'm going to be left behind. Just like always.
The dead are never coming back. You have to accept that. But you still have your life. I'm not here to bring you back. You can waste away here if that's what you want. But if you still have the will to fight, then come back and stand on your own 2 feet.
I know that. I've known it all along. I've just been lying to myself. I needed something to hate. To keep myself going. I couldn't face the thought of being alone. But that's exactly what happened. All this time, I've just been running away. All right. I'm not running away. I'm not running away anymore. I swear it. Aragaki-san, I'll see this through to the end.
The resolution in Amato's heart has awakened a new persona. Amato's persona, Nemesis, has given rise to Kala-Nemi. And with Kala-Nemi awakened, Ken gains immunity to the light element, and he gets Divine Intervention, his second theurgy, and this one is a doozy. Revives party, fully restores allies' HP, and will reflect one attack. What this means is that it sets up Tetrakarn and Makarakarn on everyone, so it can potentially reflect 2 attacks. This move is pretty ridiculous. It's far and away one of the best theurgies in the game. Not only does it fully bring your team back on their feet for free, it also just effectively makes them immortal for the next action, or potentially a couple of actions the boss you are fighting will take, depending on what that boss does. It is just a ridiculously overtuned theurgy, and because Ken's theurgy charges ridiculously fast, once his SP is under half its maximum, he can fire this off multiple times per boss fights if you just burn through his SP fast enough. Very good theurgy.
Goodbye, Mom. I'll be okay now.
It's already been a day.
Yes, it has.
So, where's Sonata-san?
He said to leave Amada-kun alone, but maybe we should look for him.
What do you think?
I think we should start looking now.
You think so too? He is still a kid. I can't just sit here. I'm going right now to... Amada-kun! Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried.
You were?
Amado, will you continue to fight?
Yes. I'm done running away.
That okay with you?
Positive.
It's all right. We can trust him. Please, don't scare us like that, okay?
All right. I'll go and talk to the chairman. You should get some rest.
Okay.
And with that, Ken has returned, and as I was trying to say before the cutscene kicked in, new section of Tartarus has opened up for us, the second half of Sia, but I don't think anybody is in the mood to do any Tartarus exploration or anything involving the Dark Hour, really, at this point in time. Let's talk to our allies and just see how they're feeling. It's a lot tougher than I thought, dude. I'd be so depressed for like 3 whole days, maybe, or even a week. But he bounced back in just 1 day? Jeez, that kid's nuts! Ken's he's resilient.
All right.
Seems I appraised him accurately. He has the soul of a warrior. I admire his fortitude. That was beautiful, Mitsuru.
Is that...
I have confirmed that the metamorphosis of 2 personas is most likely the result of Aragaki-san's death. There may be more changes to come, so I will remain in observation mode. Jeez, I guess spoilers. I'm supposed to do that on complete accident. I'm really sorry about what happened. Could have told me no. But you let me come back. I'll make it up to everyone. To Aragaki-san, too. If I were playing this game strictly casually and not trying to mix up my team, Ken would probably be running in Reload full-time, just like he is going to be in FES, and just firing off Divine Intervention in every major encounter we get into.
Hi.
Lots happened today, so why don't we pass up a trip to Tartarus? We can get back to business tomorrow with Amada-kun too, of course. Yeah, let's let everybody rest for now. Glad Amada-kun came back. He was really prepared to get revenge and leave this world. It's tragic for a kid to think that way. I'm glad he's back too. Honestly, I was so worried. What if something terrible happened and he never came back? Indeed, indeed. Let's see here. We've got Tanaka blowing up our DMs, but there is something else that I would like to take care of today. I'm just checking around to see if Akihiko is hanging out anywhere. He doesn't seem to be, so instead, let's go to the Polonia Mall. And, ooh, that's the wrong one. I did not want to go to the Velvet Room. What we want to do instead is we want to go to Club Escapade, since the URL salesman is going to have something somewhat interesting for us here. A curious one, aren't you? Well, go on and take a look. And we've got, let's see here. Oh, did I buy this previously? I did. Well, let me buy this now since we're here, just so I'm not wasting time. Let's return and let's actually make use of that assassin site note. Let's go into the lounge here and take a look at our URLs. Assassin site note. A note with the URL of a site detailing how to fatally strike your enemy. Let's take a look at it. Let me see what this URL leads to. The art of human demolition. Looks like it's about the body's weak points. Humans know their own weaknesses, and here we'll explain how to take full advantage of them. I glance at the smiling mascot character, Demolitan, and continue the read, sorry. I winced a bit, but managed to learn new approaches to hit where it hurts. I feel like I've learned how to examine the enemy before making the first strike. Ambush has been enhanced. When attacking an enemy from behind, you will now inflict distress without fail. Beautiful. Very helpful if you're running Mitsuru in the team. It's gotten late. I should head back to my room.
Hi. It's pretty chilly tonight. Can you believe it's already autumn? It'll be winter before you know it. You look a little tired. Did something happen?
Yeah. Lost a friend.
Oh, you did? In this world, people die every day. Until recently, I thought that was as normal as the changing of the seasons. But now, I understand why people mourn. For the first time, I have a friend. Lately, I've been remembering things more clearly. You recall the end I've spoken of? Some were calling it the fall as well. It's drawing closer each night. Can't you feel it? You and I are like kindred spirits. So, I wonder why I'm the only one who remembers. This is tearing me up. Could it be that you can't accept me for who I am?
Pharos is smiling sadly. I sense a bond between Pharos and me. Rank 8 for the Death Social Link has been acquired. It's getting pretty close to maxing out.
I'm sorry if I wasn't making any sense today. Maybe it's the change of season, but we're still friends. That will never change. Well, I'll be going for now. Good night.
I can hear people talking. Midterm start next Tuesday. Math is killing me. Sine, cosine, tangent! Sine, cosine, tangent! Sine, cosmos, cosmos, sintan. Sine, cos, sine, cos, sine, sine. What the heck? What kind of spell are you chanting? Midterms start next Tuesday. The first bell has rung. Heyo, pop quiz. It's been a while since we've had one of these. Exams start next Tuesday, but I'd rather spend time doing experiments. The precise moment when two chemical agents come into contact, it's so exciting. I'm sure you all find experiments more exciting than just sitting in a chair listening to me talk, right? Well, complaining about it won't do anything for us. Alright, here's a question to get you motivated. How about you, Zeller? Your turn to answer my question today. Which hormone is the one that in your brain that provides a sense of achievement? Got a hit of that dopamine right there. Ooh, well, yes, that's correct. Dopamine is an important hormone that gives us a sense of accomplishment, joy, and excitement, which drives to motivate us. However, if it's overproduced repeatedly, that can lead to addiction. It's the same as other chemicals used in experiments and many things in life. Moderation is key. Make sure you remember that. I answered correctly. Everyone at the class is looking at me with respect. Well, you know, at least I still command this. Alright, who's up for a rousing game of faculty roulette? Let's go. Mr. Ono seems to have stepped out. Let's see, I averaged 2 hours of overtime. Now factor in the mean age. Add a little spice here, here, and here. According to my extrapolations of next year's salary here, I can expect a 4.17% increase. Oh, wait a second. If I round up, then I actually get a 5.17. Well, in any case, this was one beautiful equation. Hey, Mr. Miyahara. Oh, hello there, Zilla-kun. Did you overhear my calculations? Isn't my use of pi in that equation a daring move? Sure, it may not have been strictly necessary, but it's a question of elegance. Even Masamune himself would be impressed. Oh, guess Mr. Ono's been rubbing off on me. Speaking of, well, he's not here. Do you happen to have a helmet? If you have one that could contain your hairdo. I assume you're here because you've discovered the beauty of math, right? Once you master its brilliance, even winning the lottery is a breeze. Just calculate the probability from all sides and determine the precise collection totals, too. Then, if you calculate how much of your winnings you ought to save, you'll always make a profit. Not that I have ever bought a ticket. I listened to the secret behind falling in love with math. Well, it also gets us +1, which gets us 1 point closer to maxed out academics. Math is fun. Mr. Ono doesn't seem to be returning. I decided to give up for today. I'm feeling competitive today. Let's hang out with Mamoru. Oh, hey there, Zeller. I was just about to grab a bite. How about you? I'm always down, man. Let's go. Cool, let's go. I'm going hard on the meat today. Pause. Oh, actually, you go on ahead. I'm not done working out yet, but I'll be right there.
Sorry I kept you waiting.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I need to train more. Whew. Let's go in. I'm super thirsty. Oh, that was great. I always say food tastes better with a buddy. I used to come here all the time with my teammates, but...
Well, I'll come back here with you if it's not working out.
You're the only one who says that anymore. Anyway, they wouldn't come now even if I invited them. I don't really get along with people who don't take the sport seriously. We even started training at different times. Nothing's organized anymore. I used to love it there, you know. I spent all my time on the track, practicing and training. We all loved track and had so much fun together. Then... never mind. It doesn't matter. We're too different, them and me. I'm going to reach heights they never will. I have to.
Hayase is really passionate about his sport. I feel like we're getting closer. And with that, the Star Social Link has reached rank 5. Halfway there. We're halfway there with a lot of social links, actually.
Sorry, that was a weird conversation. I think I'll do lunges the whole way home. You keep at it too. No slowing down.
I decided to go back to the dorm.
I see you're back.
I was hoping you'd say more, Akihiko. You aren't glad to see me? Hey, Chairman! You happen to be an individual wearing glasses. Perhaps. Need something to wipe off your glasses? I do have something, of course, but you don't wear glasses. Well, if you're looking for a wipe for eyeglasses, I have a spare. Hang on. Here, it looks dingy, but it works very well, in fact. Oh, and here's a little something extra. Got some gag glasses. It's the secret item I was thinking of surprising Aragaki-kun with next time I saw him. Oh, Oh. Surely this would get that stoic face of his to break into laughter. Or, well, that was the plan. Why don't you take it? I'll be happy if you can put it to good use. Alright, works for me. Anything else, Chairman? I believe that Kirijo-kun told you all about the tragedy that befell Amada-kun's family. It happened after defeating the irregular shadow after the dawn of the dark hour. Amada-kun probably didn't have any idea what was happening at the time. Amada-kun and Aragaki-kun. I knew what was going on between them, but I never expected it to turn to such a horrible tragedy. We shall pray for Aragaki-kun's happiness in the next world. Kodamaru-san says that he's in good spirits. If anything, he seems to greatly respect Aragaki-san. Well, that's a interesting take on it, Kodamaru. He gave his life to save another. How noble. I'd like to think I could do the same if it came down to it. How about you? Probably. That's an interesting response, though I suppose it's quite admirable as well. And over here we got Fuka. Can I help you? Just here to chat. He was with us just a short while ago. I can't believe we won't ever see him again. I knew there was always this risk, but... Sorry, I'm still a little shaken up. I can't think straight. Yeesh, the belated reaction there, it's hitting Fuka pretty bad. I said my prayers, so I'll be okay. Grieving over a death and just feeling down are two completely different emotions. So yeah, I'm okay. Ken's holding together as best he can, although I'm sure he has some lingering regrets. Akihiko, I'm desperate to get more out of you. Nothing lasts forever, huh? Shinji was satisfied. He got out while he was ahead. Let him rest in peace. We should be focusing on what we need to do now. There's less than a week until midterms. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Dark Hour. But yeah, that's probably worth paying attention to as well. I know. I should be studying. But I just can't concentrate. We lost so much, man. Why Aragaki-san? And finally, Yukari over here.
Hey.
There's no way I can study right now. Oh, a close friend just died. I can't just forget about it and move on. I just can't do that. Variety of emotions we're dealing with here. Doesn't look like anybody wants to hang out. Elizabeth, I'm gonna need you to help me get my spirits back. I can sense that the power growing within you stems from the bonds you have forged and nurtured. Here, may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. And we get some Twilight fragments. Very nice. I still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further. How may I assist you? Alright, let's take a look here. What was I going to do? I was going to turn in some requests. I already forgot the whole reason I came here. Let's turn in the sushi first. We've had this rotting in our pockets for a couple days. Seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. So, this is sushi. It's made in such a tantalizing shape.
Is that true?
I see. This is called inari sushi, a festive food enjoyed by the people. I am sure it is stuffed with joy and happiness.
You have my thanks.
I shall taste it later and sink my teeth into all that joy. Please take this as your reward. We get an agatite chunk for our efforts, although that's kind of outdated at this point.
Let's hear the result.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. So, this must be the sort of thing one would use to clean a pair of eyeglasses. Fine microfibers, maximum flexibility, and absorbency, and an ideal size. It's utterly perfect.
Of course.
I see. It wasn't just any old rag after all. You brought something else with you? May I see that as well? I gave Elizabeth the gag glasses.
Oh my.
Oh my! What elegance! Though resemblant of my master, this does leave a different impression.
Then,
Well,
let
what do
us
you
be
think? The mustache makes my nose itch a fair bit, though. Not only does it give me a semblance of intelligence, but also one of harmony as well. What a splendid item. Please take this as your reward. And we get some garnets. Very nice. With that taken care of, well, we're already in Paulownia Mall, and not much else is happening tonight. So I think it's time to take our academia back to the competitive level here. We're gonna play some Quizmaster, or You're the Answer, rather. I will alternate between names as I go between the different versions of the game. Alright, I think it's time for a Persona 3 FES montage. This video is going to be going to 10-9, so just to outline our social link schedule up until that point for FES, we're going to be hanging out with Mamoru for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we are going to finish off Maiko's social link on Thursday, and for the rest of the week, we'll likely just hang out with Nozuchi for the rest of the exam lead-up week, up until the exams actually begin and we can hang out with other people, except for Sunday, where of course we'll be hanging out with Akanari instead. But since that's not super interesting, and obviously most of it's not going to be shown within this video specifically, I may as well round up some NPC chatter while I'm at it. Not feeling too good, but he had to run off for a substitute lesson. Anyway, he never gives me any medicine I've ever heard of. And if I take it, I might get sick. And if I don't take it, he'll give me this other concoction. Why did I bother coming here? Question for the ages. One thing to note is that I do want to get Mamoru specifically to Social Link rank level 5, and then I just kind of want to leave him hanging for a bit. The reason for that is off of rank 5, I'm not going to get enough points in order to get him to rank 6. But we will have a walking the dog event with Koromaru in the very near future. We'll be able to get some points for Mamoru off of. The music textbooks always have the faces of great musicians on the covers, but on the inside, the pages are filled with doodles from not-so-great music students. Little bit of vandalism. My library had a bit of a problem with that, particularly with manga. What do you want? I'm playing a shooter on my cell, so buzz off. Is this like the kid in Super Mario RPG where if we bug him enough, he'll give us a minigame to play with? Sadly no, sadly no. That'd be a cool idea, though. Which is why it was cool when they did it in Super Mario RPG. It sucks that they canceled the Culture Festival. I was looking forward to seeing the out there fashions, like the maid costumes and stuff. Lady, you are weeks behind the curve. Get with the times, get with the times. You're always on the up and up, though, Mitsuru Superfan, so what do you got going on? How's it going with the student council? Any special moments with Mitsuru-senpai? I mean, do you participate in the student council activities? Yeah, absolutely. Why couldn't it be me? She has still got that longing in her heart. You can never visit Classroom 2E, sadly, which is a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to talk to the students in there. Speaking of students, it's actually pretty sparsely populated in Miss Toriyumi's class at this particular moment. The first semester is just a warm-up. The game starts for real during the second semester. You better use the library or study wisely at home. We have already maxed out our academics, and that is mandatory for acing the upcoming exam here. Second semester is gonna be rough. I'm nervous already. Oh, you have little to say. Shinjiro would always hang out around there, right? Too bad for him, but I'm sure he is up to no good too. Hey, watch it, lady! I heard about that Shinjiro guy who died the other day. You know that area, right? Where all the thugs hang out? I heard they were all scared of Shinjiro. I wonder how bad he was. He was a great guy. Alright, what do you got to say about your boyfriend this time? Waiting for my boyfriend. We're going to study in the library together. Wait, then why am I waiting for him outside? Hey, I think I made the same mistake before. She seems to have realized the Mobius strip that she caught in. Maybe she doesn't even have a boyfriend. Maybe that's like some weird verbal tick she has. Hey, did you know there's an observatory somewhere on campus? Rumor has it there is one. Anyway, but I've never seen anything. Pretty sure that guy said the same thing the last time we talked with him. Again, get with the times. Is it just me, or does it feel like there's, more than a few apathy syndrome victims hanging around than normal? Usually we don't see these guys hanging out after a full moon. Curious. I can grab it, but I can't win. This can't be a coincidence. It's rigged, I tell ya. So, the Culture Festival was called off on account of Typhoon, huh? What a waste. Well, don't be too sad, youngsters. You got plenty of time to live, so you can wait for the next one. That doesn't make me feel too reassured, senor. I was thinking of having my older son take the Gekkan entrance exam, but I don't want him to go to a dangerous school. Maybe I should reconsider. You mean the Gekkan student who was in that fighting incident? He died, right? I feel sorry for him. He was too young to die. How could that have happened? I guess Shinjiro's death is starting to make its way through the general public. I suppose there aren't too many deaths via shooting in the Tatsumi Port Island, so when one happens, it kind of makes the rounds. Probably how the revenge site in general got spread around. Thanks for looking at my report. I'd like to take you to... Wait, I take that back? Sure, anywhere is fine with me. Didn't even wait to hear where he wanted to go. That Shinjiro guy died at the gang spot, right? Sometimes I'll aimlessly wander around there, but I should quit doing that. You know, probably for the best. Man, wasn't that typhoon nuts? If it was just a movie typhoon, I'd be all cheering for the special effects and stuff. In real life, it wasn't very awesome. I'd give it 1 star. Thumbs down, even. What do you got to say over here, Mr. Railway Station Attendant? Gekkan student was killed, huh? So, those gangs at the spot are capable of murder. It's dangerous being a station attendant. He's starting to have doubts about his career. Yo, this had nothing to do with us. Got it? We weren't even here. I know how it looks to guys like you on the outside, but I don't give a shit about them if they stay out of our faces. One of those gecko dudes. Yeah, Shinjiro. I heard he died some kind of accident and died. Heard it happened here, too. I don't care much what goes on around here, but when I think about a dude getting snuffed, it kinda creeps me out. My teacher's getting all excited since sports day is coming up. I wish you could get that excited about teaching class. We're almost middle school students. It's nice that you want the best for your teacher, though. See that guy over there? I think he's been following me around. What should I do in a situation like this? Looks like the stalking arc is continuing on. Dude, did you just see that? She gave her seat to some old fart, man. She's so sweet. I wonder how long my money will last. I'll eventually have to get another job for my wife and daughter, huh? But I can't seem to make the effort. I'm so burned out after what happened. That guy seems like he'd be susceptible to apathy syndrome. Order the large fries at Wild Duck Burger and make a W out of 4 of them, or an M if you're a girl. Think of the one you love and eat the fries. Then you can't fail. Superstitions. Gotta love them. Hey kid, how's this whole situation with the cat going? What should I do? The cat went somewhere. No one knows where he went. Maybe it was because of that typhoon? If he could have come home with me before, this wouldn't have happened. I hope the cat's okay. Yeah, why are there so many apathy syndrome people around? A Gekkeikan student was killed. This is the kind of incident that makes the headlines. The higher-ups told me to gather information, so here I am. But these cases aren't my thing. And that, I believe, is the last NPC we can talk to, at least during the daytime in Persona 3 FES. So now I'll just continue on with my regularly scheduled social linking. Picking up on Wednesday, we've got a pop quiz from Miss Onishi. I'd rather spend time doing experiments. The precise moment when two agents come into contact. It's so exciting. Alright, Cullen, it's your turn to answer my question today. It's Japanese tradition to place some salt next to the entrance of a bar. Wait, we covered this. Okay, new question. Do you know why Matador's capote is red? So that he can maximize his evasion and rob you of all your press turns. Nah. It is, in fact, to excite the audience. The bull is colorblind. Little known fact there. Oh, you knew? Well, that's correct. Bulls can't distinguish red from any other color. It's the fluttering of the capote that excites them. The audience, however, becomes very anxious looking at the red cape. Human reaction to the color is very interesting. You gave the correct answer. There's one more thing that I want to comment on in FES before we move on to the rest of the video, so I'll just cut ahead to when I get to that point. Actually, I did come across one other thing I'd like to comment on that wasn't what I was originally going to look at. The sushi side quest. We'll be showing how you complete this in Reload, but just note the reward for the quest in Persona 3 FES is a scrub brush joke weapon for Ken. This actually has an alternative function that is required for a future side quest, so be sure to pick up this side quest and get it completed as soon as possible. Otherwise, we've just got the other stuff that has been sitting out there and still working on this one here. Alright, so now I can finally show off the main effect of new personas being unlocked for our party members in Persona 3 FES and Portable. As you can see, Akihiko has a whole load of new skills he can pick up from leveling. His progress has no longer stalled out. He can learn Matarunda. There is also another thing I'd like to show, but I'm probably gonna... Well, actually, you know what? I think I was just thinking, I was originally, when I first started recording, I was going to put this after Monday, but I think, you know what, I can just wait until Tuesday. So some of the stuff I say is probably going to be a little incongruous, but when am I not incongruous between these various versions of the game? Let's go over to Ken here and check out what Kala-Nemi does for him. As you can see, he doesn't learn anything immediately, but he learns Mediarama at level 51. Which will just help him out so much, as now he hits really hard with Gibog, and he'll be a very good healer once he hits that level. Akihiko, Ken, and Junpei are now going to be my main party going forward. for Persona 3 FES, because if we just take a look at Junpei, well, Yukari is just completely stalled out. She's not learning any skills. Aigis and Mitsuru are on the cusp of stalling out, but Junpei, well, he only has one new skill to learn in Blade of Fury and then one after it, but he has the most valuable skill among those characters in Ma Rakukaja. Being able to buff up the team's defense is just so helpful, and once he does get his Persona upgrade, spoiler, he is just going to be a super powerful party member who's also pretty versatile in his ability to support us, just off of having Ma Rakukaja and nothing else. Pretty cool stuff. He's also just got really good strength at this point, so getting him a good sword will allow him to deal some mean physical damage, in spite of the fact that he's lacking any good single target skills. Alright, that's more or less all I wanted to comment on for FES, so let's move on from this point. As usual, I actually lied. I had a couple more things I wanted to address. First off is that I'm going to be doing some more weapon fusion here, because I want to make some upgraded resistance weapons for Akihiko and Junpei, since they have common weaknesses that I'd like to cover. So I got an Empress Yaxini and a Star Kaiwan, which will give us some decently powerful wind-resistant and ice-resistant weapons, respectively. Obviously, putting the wind resistance onto the katana here, and then we will fuse a pair of fists for Akihiko to give him some ice resistance. I also wanted to just mention that, as said previously, this video is going to be ending on 10/9 Friday. In FES, I'm going to be using that as an opportunity to take my first Tartarus trip for this in-game month. Over in Persona 3 Portable, for once, we actually do not have much going on, so I'm electing to just montage what I'm going to be doing in this version, and actually, not even montaging, because there really isn't anything going on. I'm just going to cover what's happening in this version of the game, because we don't really have anything unique going on. On 10/6, Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out with Bunkichi and Mitsuko, getting that to rank 9, getting to rank 9 with Maiko on 10/7, Wednesday, spending time with Bunkichi and Mitsuko on Thursday, and then maxing them out on Friday. All evening time slots, we actually have no social links to advance, and we're not going to be advancing any unique social links to Persona 3 Portable until around 10/19. The exam coming up is just going to eat a lot of our time, and it's going to be a while before we see anything in this version. That all being said, I figured it'd be as good a time as any to check out things in Polonia Mall that I kind of haven't really taken a chance to take a look at. For instance, in Officer Kurosawa's shop, he's finally selling the amp bracers in Persona 3 Portable. So we can finally purchase these. So I'm just going to purchase one of, well actually no, I'm going to purchase 2 of each. That way I can swap them around on party members as I need, or rather, I'm going to purchase 2 Value bracers, 2 Varuna bracers. That way both the Fensi and both Yukari and Mitsuru can use them. And then, of course, I want the Indra bracers. I'll actually get 2 of the Indra bracers for reasons. And then I will also take a Agni bracers, and yeah, that's all I really need from these. Since, by coincidence, it's Monday, we're also getting them at a slight discount, so that is much appreciated, much appreciated. Anything interesting in the armor? He is selling better armor than the swimsuits at this point, but in the relatively near future, we're going to get some really good armor that's just free, so I really don't care to upgrade my armor at this point, or my weapons for that matter. Moving on, over here is B Blue V, the healing shop. Seems they've closed for today, so maybe that's something I can check out in the morning, is what B Blue V does for us. Moving on, I did actually want to take a look at the NPCs at Club Escapade, because I've never really bothered to talk to him. Like, we've got this lady right here. Ugh. I feel a strange aura around you. In my mind, I see visions of people's past, present, and future. For most people, I see clearly and far ahead. But you are different. Your future is filled both with blinding light and stagnant shadow. I can see but a small portion. What lies beyond that is shrouded in mystery. What a peculiar fate you carry. Now, young lady, bearer of light and shadow, if you wish to know more about the near future, come and talk to me. I will share my limited visions with you. Now, would you like me to tell your fortune? The older versions of the game did have a fortune teller, though she is nothing with mechanical benefits. If you get your fortune told, very well. After the storm comes not calm, but another trial. Do not despair, however. I sense strong forces at your side, even more so than before. Be brave and confront this hardship with unshakable resolve. Farewell, then. May your future be bright. Just vague platitudes about what's going on in the plot currently. She's a little too into this fortune-telling stuff. I don't think it's good for her. Hey, come on. Leave her alone. Let her do what she wants. I can't do that. Yeah, I should talk to her. Well, you do you. I think I'm depending on Mama too much these days. There are other people who who want to have their fortunes told. I can't hog her all to myself. I guess for now, I'll stick with the fortunes you get from TV and magazines. Those never come true, though. And what's this fella got to say over here? Ah, hello there. I've been waiting for you to come around. I felt like putting you under my spell tonight. The man gave you quick pumps. The heels on these aren't that high. Training pumps, you might call them. Only girls who put in the effort will graduate from women to ladies. I look forward to that day for you. Okay, let's never talk to that guy ever again. I heard a Gekikon student's on the brink of death because of a fight at that spot. I could have told anyone that place was trouble. I swear, man. I knew something bad had to happen there one of these days. Another person who's referencing Shinjiro's incident, although obviously since he's not dead in this version, he leaves out the fatality. Oh, what do you Oh, it's you. Maybe I'll hire you if we need an extra hand. Okay, that guy just has nothing too important to say. But what I did want to draw attention to is this specific NPC right here. Kind of stands out compared to the other ones, what with his red pants and yellow jacket. This guy is exclusive to Persona 3 Portable. A man in his 30s is drinking by himself. You looking for someone to chat with? Alright, tell me, have you ever had a dream where you're falling? No, and I can't say that I have. Well, to tell the truth. I heard a rumor that if you don't wake up before you hit the bottom, you die. Forget it. Sorry. Shouldn't have brought it up. I've been having the weirdest dreams lately. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Why don't you head home instead of wandering around a place like this? Well, you're a kid. I always wanted to see what this kind of place was like when I was your age, too. You're in high school, right? I remember back then. Makes me a little jealous of you. So, you seeing anyone? Well, kind of were, but it's hard to say. Going through a rough patch, eh? Something like that. It's fine. You're still young enough to be irresponsible now and then. Things were so much simpler at that age. Once you get to be as old as me, love loses some of its luster. Romance gets harder to enjoy. So enjoy it while you still can. This isn't any of my business, is it? But seriously, I envy you. I'm an adult now. I can't be as carefree as I used to. I've got a girlfriend, but we're stuck with each other. But I'm screwed if things keep going the way they are. Not the marrying kind. You give up so much of your freedom once you become an adult. Interesting. Take note of this guy. He will get a little bit more to say later in the game. And yeah, he just repeats that he's not the marrying kind. All I really want to draw attention to, but I suppose on the following day, I can go take a look at B Blue V. So let's just move on from here. Like FES, we're maxed out, and we're at a point, maxed out in terms of social stats, I mean, we're at a point where I don't really care to play the arcade games to upgrade anything in my stock, so honestly, just not going to. Alright, here we are at B Blue V, Healing Shop B Blue V. Our special 3,000 yen program will send you to heaven. Anyone tired will feel better, and anyone alright will feel great. Seems like you can work part-time here through Monday through Friday. I honestly forget if I've taken a look at this, but B Blue V can be used to improve your condition from good to great, and you can also work part-time to get a very, very small amount of money, plus some increases to your stats. I believe it's courage and academics that this one increases. Not really worth it. I wouldn't recommend using your daytime slot on this ever. Going in as a customer, it's going to be a long time before we have any free time where we can waste it at B Blue V, so not something I'd really recommend doing, but it is an option you have there if you want to take it. Just not something I think is worth your time. I would like to take note of the Sengoku-era helm request in Persona 3 Portable. Note the reward is a bit different here. Knee-high maid. Interesting. I suppose while I'm in this version of the game, I can also show Theodore's reaction to the sushi side quest. Is that Inari sushi you have with you? I've heard it's delicious. So this article is used for a festivity that people love. This sweet yet slightly sour aroma is fascinating and arouses my own hunger. In return for bringing me such a delicacy, I shall give you one of my treasures. Please take this as your reward. And we just get the scrub brush, as we usually do in the older versions of the game, which we also need for a future side quest, although for Persona 3 Portable, you just need to have it in your inventory, compared to how you need to use it in FES, which we'll go over later. Nothing going on at the school during the daytime, so I think it's time for another rousing game of Faculty Roulette. Mr. Ono seems to have stepped out, of course he has. The main ingredients are D-glucose, erythritol, saccharin sodium. Saccharin sodium? These are all sweeteners. Oh, Zeller, take a look at this. And we get a mind supplement. Interesting. I will also not be using that. I ordered a bag of sand through the mail the other day, and it came with the supplement. It says here that this will boost your brain power. I don't know how they can make such an outlandish claim with these ingredients. See for yourself. The active ingredients in this are all sweeteners. At the very end, it lists an omega-3 fatty acid called DHA, but that means there's only trace amounts of it. I know it was free, but what a joke. Maybe I'm in the wrong line of work. Go ahead and take it if you want it, though. The best it'll do is be a placebo. The food they serve at Wakatsu has better benefits than that. Hey, I know that all too well. It's made with loads of fish eyes, a prime source of DHA. It's not my thing, though. Speaking of DHA, did you know the full term is docosahexaionic acid? Oh my god, chemical naming. You see, it's... I learned about DHA. Well, at least that was +1 points of academics. Just as good as some DHA, really. Mr. Ono doesn't seem to be returning. I decided to give up for today. We'll get him eventually. Intelligence is nothing without wisdom, so let's talk to Bunkichi and Mitsuko and see if we can't get any of the latter going. Hey, come on, please don't argue. Okay, I'm sure it'll be okay. Things will work out. I can sense the elderly couple's appreciation. I feel like we're growing closer. Once again, if I had to give it a numerical ranking, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. We'd probably stand to do better.
Stop by again anytime, all right? My wife would always be happy to see such a handsome young man. Here, take this for when you get hungry.
Bunkichi stuffed a fried bread in my pocket. Bunkichi, please, I haven't even gotten through the first one you gave me. I parted with the elderly couple and went back to the dorm.
Oh, it's you. Welcome back.
Midterms will be starting next week. To be honest, I'm not sure how productive anyone will be trying to study on their own. Well, that aside, try to do your best to study as well, but don't push yourself. And speaking of studying, well, it looks like we've got a little study group going on over here. Just gonna check the second floor real quick, make sure I'm not missing any dialogue, nothing on the third floor. And I'm guessing Yukari and Fuka have just decided to hit the rooms for hitting the books. So instead, we will spend our evening with Akihiko and Mitsuru. The air feels kinda heavy. Oh, it's you. Sorry, I was just thinking about something. Should I invite them to study for a change of pace? I think it would make them happy, and it would make me happy as well, so let's do it. You look like you have something to say. Do you need something? Yeah, let's study together. Alright, exams are coming up soon. Time marches on without a care in the world, huh? An invitation to study from Zeller is uncommon. Let's take him up on the offer.
Akihiko, regarding mathematical proofs, how would you approach this one?
Trigonometry, huh? This is a fun one. I'd say using the law of cosines here would be the quickest. First, you need to set up an equation. Then, since A and C are prime numbers, you can rearrange it like this and done.
C'est magnifique! A brilliant method.
I thought these kinds of problems were easy for you. Were you just testing me?
I didn't mean anything by it. True, I did have in mind a number of ways to solve this, but I found myself wondering about your thought process. I have to say, your speed and accuracy were impressive.
Then I'll test you on the next one. Let's race and see who can solve it quicker.
The two of them are taking their studies seriously. I should try to focus as well.
Oh, it's been quite some time already. We should remember to take breaks.
You've got a point. Focusing for too long has diminishing returns. Let's rest for a bit.
Well then, why don't we resume in 20 minutes? You can spend your time however you'd like until then.
Oh, come to think of it, I haven't gotten any running in today. Guess I'll head out for a refresher.
You're leaving the building? You do understand we only have 20 minutes, correct?
Even a short workout's a nice change of pace. What were you guys planning on doing?
I was thinking of making some tea. What about you?
I'll probably just read a book, make myself seem reasonably responsible and academic. I'd actually doodle.
Ooh, a fine choice. I often read books on my breaks myself. Let's see. Why don't I ready enough tea for all three of us? Akihiko, it wouldn't hurt to try reading for a change.
Fine. Guess I'll join you guys this time.
After the break, we got back to studying. The subtle tension in the air helped me stay on track. And indeed, it was a fruitful study session.
I appreciate you inviting us today. You wanted to help take our minds off of recent events, didn't you?
Did you think we didn't notice? You know, it's usually the senpai's role to do these kinds of things. But we decided to take you up on it.
Thanks to this, Akihiko and I were able to get back on our feet. You can expect we'll return the favor in kind.
Yeah. Well, I'll push you as far as your brain can go. Your exams won't know what hit them.
For now, let's call it a day. Make sure to get your rest, both of you. Good morning.
Have you noticed, Zeller? Normally, after a successful operation, the number of apathy syndrome cases decreases. However, this time it's the opposite. There's only one shadow left. You must be apprehensive. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
If that's indeed the case, then we'll put it to rest with the next battle. In any event, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here, so thank you.
That's all for today.
Did you write that down? You'd better hurry, I'm about to erase it. Still writing? Hurry up. What have you been doing this whole time? Texting or something? Exams start next Tuesday. There's no time to waste. Let's just move on to the next problem. I'm feeling sleepy, but we better tough it out. We haven't even maxed out our academics yet.
I'm moving on.
Did you write that down? Okay, that was more than enough time. I'm going to erase it now. Really, I'm going to do it. Oh, and I heard that one of you has been counting how many times I say, did you write that down? How about focusing on your notes? I forced myself to stay awake and listen to the lecture. It was not exactly a very enlightening one, but it still gets us that extra bit of academics. Hey, Aigis has something to say today. It is rational for students to concentrate on their exams rather than Aragaki-san. However, for some unknown reason, I question the value of thinking like that. Aigis, I think you're feeling a little bit of remorse. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Disregarding that, it's time for another case or another game of Faculty Roulette. Let's see what we get. Mr. Ono seems to have stepped out. Oh crap, it's a coda. Bail, bail, bail. Did Miss Toriyumi go home already? The teacher's log is a mess! If she's such an expert on composition, what's with the syntax and these weird symbols to the side? Is this some kind of face? Won't she ever grow up?
What do you want?
Zeller, why didn't you speak up sooner? Don't you think that people who will lead you around by the... Don't think that people will lead you around by the hand once you're out in the real world. So what do you want? Miss Toriyumi seems to have left her share of unfinished work behind. Having a teacher like her in charge of your class must be a severe impediment to your pursuit of education. You'll never guess what she said during the teacher's conference the other day. I feel as if what I think you were saying isn't wrong. What's with that? I can't make heads or tail of the syntax that's tortured. Because of teachers like her, I can hardly blame you youngsters for your grammar, can I?
Understood.
Now listen to me carefully. To begin with, proper grammar is... I was lectured on proper sentence structures. But we do get +1 academics, so I guess there's that. Mr. Ono doesn't seem to be returning. I decided to give up for today. Mamoru, please save me from the labors of academia. Oh, Zeller. I was actually got some shopping to do. You want to tag along? My little bro's been begging me to pick up some new tunes for him, but I don't know much about music. I could really use your help. I feel as if we could blah blah blah. I almost managed to avoid reading that out reflexively, but eventually I got caught up. Oh great. There's a music store in Polonium Mall, right? You mind going ahead? I'm gonna finish working out first. Shouldn't take long. I've been waiting for a while, but Hayase still isn't here. Let's see. We can wait a little bit longer. Hayase still isn't here. It's only like 5 seconds, come on. I guess I'll keep waiting. Hayase still isn't here. Well, just a little bit longer. Oh, hey!
Hello? Sorry, but I don't think I can make it today.
Oh, don't worry, man. It's okay.
I just feel bad since I'm the one who wanted to hang out. But actually, my mom fainted. I'm at the hospital right now. They said it's exhaustion, since she works from morning till night. Damn it! It's all my fault. And my mom, she's trying to leave. She says we can't afford the medical bills. God damn it! Why can't I do anything? I'm useless. I'm just another one of her problems. I'm sorry about all that. I don't want to be a problem for you too. But I'm glad you were the one to hear me out. Talking about this kind of helped.
Hayase is going through some awful times, to say the least. He opened up to me about it. I feel like we're closer now. Oh, that... Ugh. We're just running into back-to-back downers here. Regardless, rank 6 of the Star Social Link has been reached.
I gotta get back to a room, so let's talk later, okay?
It's getting late, so I'll go back to the dorm. Man, I wish we could help Mamoru out.
Oh, welcome back.
Next full moon will be our last operation. It's kind of surreal. Wait, I have to stop getting distracted. Exams are next week. So hard to focus. And looks like Aigis has something to say for this evening. I have confirmed that everyone's spirits are low due to Aragaki-san's incident. If this persists, the outlook for our next mission will be poor. We must forge ahead. And well, we've got quite the dilemma here. Akihiko is ready to begin his next linked episode, but we also have the option to study with Fuka. Well, what we are going to be doing for the purposes of advancing the schedule is we're going to, or just advancing everything, is we're going to be hanging out with Akihiko, but I think this video is running long enough, so let's do Fuka's study session here. Let me see here, finally rotate back around to my first file here. Let's do Fuka's study session. That'll be where we end the video, and when we return, we will go with Akihiko's linked episodes instead. But for right now, study time. Oh, Zeller-kun, good timing. I was just about to invite Yukari-chan and Junpei-kun to study, so I was wondering if you'd like to join too. Yeah, sure, let's study together.
Thank you.
Really? Thanks. I'll go ask the others.
I'm glad everyone showed up for this. I probably wouldn't have been able to concentrate on my own.
Yeah, it hasn't been very long. Thanks for inviting me. I think this will be a big help for me too.
We've got to keep going. It's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Mata-kun and Sanada-senpai have been trying to move on too.
I don't mean to be a busybody, but if there's anything you need help with, please let me know. I am the one who suggested this study session after all.
Fuka, you don't need to worry about a thing, okay?
Sorry, it's just... I always admired things like this. You know, everyone meeting up to study together. I always thought it would be nice to stop by a restaurant on our way home and help each other out.
I can make that wish come true. Let's see, what should you help me with first?
You know, I'd like some help too. Let's, share and share alike.
Give me just a moment. So, Junpei-kun, you need help with physics first? I'm glad I came to this storm. Even after a terrible tragedy, you guys helped me remember how to smile.
I'm glad you came here too, Fuka. Oh, right. Could you help me with this part?
Sure. This one's difficult. Let's see.
Okay, you're up to... Nah, let's work it out together.
It's a toughie, isn't it? But yeah, more heads are better than one for sure.
By helping each other out, I think I was able to study more effectively. Hey, look at that! Max Academics, which is going to be rolled back after the end of this video, but don't worry, we'll pick that up very, very shortly into the future. But hey, we finally made it in Persona 3 Reload, and that means we are capped out, somewhat unofficially, but we are capped out in every social stat in every version of the game, well ahead of the game's conclusion. Go us!
I was in the zone. I guess that really did help me take my mind off of things.
It's nice to know that we're not alone.
The power of friendship.
Dude, you did not just say that. How corny can you be? I get what you mean, though. Guess we'll just keep giving it our all. It's the least we can do to take some weight off our senpais.
As endearing as that scene was, I think Akihiko could use the support a little bit more right now, but that we'll have to wait for next time, as linked episodes tend to run quite long. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.